Good morning all. So what we got here are some tents, numerous bags of stakes, ton of trekking poles. So let's get into it. I had to go change my shirt, setting up these 3 tents. That's right. So what is this guy going to do again? Is he going to do another 3F UL Gear Lanshan 2 videos again? Well, yes. And hopefully, I promise this will be the last one. I'm not going to get into all the specs and everything. I'll put cards up from all the previous videos I did on how to set these up and how all the weights and everything that goes with it. This video really is to give kudos to these tents because the 2 bookend ones over here in the back, they are the Lanshan 2 double wall tent. They're going on 5 years old. Not only have I used them, I've lent them out to people. They've been all over the country, these things, and they are holding up, going into 5 years, fantastic. I'm not an expert on these tents, but maybe I am. So I've had them so long. I bought the original one. I don't even know which one that is. That's how well they've been holding up. I bought one. Then maybe a couple months later, I figured I needed another one for some unknown reason because they were so cheap at the time. They were under $100. Now, I think they're selling for around $159, $160, something like that. I'm going to put an Amazon link to the mirror, which is in Amazon. I think they're $159 at the time of this video. The mirror is the same thing. As a matter of fact, if you go down this description, it says Mirror Lanshan. And I'll also put the most popular one out of AliExpress. It's a JJ Outdoors or something like that. But there's been tons of them sold through this company with great reviews and instant shipping. As a matter of fact, you'll have, if you go to the AliExpress one, and I don't want to get into all this right now, but I am. You'll see that there's for a little bit extra money, they do send things out FedEx also on that particular one. Now, like I said, these are both 5 years old. The one behind me is the Lanshan Pro. I think I'm going on my 3rd year with that. Which one of these do I prefer? Probably the Pro at this point because it's a little bit lighter and much easier to set up for sure. The big downfall on that is though that it's a single wall tent and there's a lot of condensation if you're in that type of situation where you're going to have condensation. I've actually had condensation in it where it rained and it was dripping off the top of the tent. But other than that, I do prefer that tent. The other ones are fine. I do like them a lot. I don't get that kind of condensation with the regular Lanshans. The Pro at this point in this video, at this time in this video, was going for $190,000. $190,000? It's very expensive. We're going for $190. Where'd that come from? Well, but I know all my friends and family members and that are all going over to the Z-Packs, the Triplex, the Duplex XL, the XPID, the something Flexes and the PIDs and the AFIDs, and not an AFID, but anyway, they're going over to those, but they're expensive. And believe me, I wanted to pull the trigger for years. I wanted those, but come on, I got 3 tents here. All 3 of these tents cost less, all of them together, if you buy them all 3 right now, less than one Z-Packs. But You know, the duplex is a very popular tent. Maybe someday I'll keep saying this, maybe someday I get it. So sorry I have to do another one, but these tents are holding up well. I mean, I pretty much have used them everywhere, like I said, and there is no leaks anywhere. I did seam seal every one of them. I recommend just going over some of the seals where it's pretty obvious where you have to seam seal, where there may be, if there is any, drips. I mean, as a matter of fact, when I first got the first one, I didn't even know about seam sealing, and I never had an issue with it. It seemed to be perfectly watertight. So I did seam seal them all afterwards. I used that, I think it's called Gear something. I'll put a link to what I use below, but it seems like everybody uses that one, and it works real well. So going on 5 years, the Lanshan 2, 3F UL Gear. It's a good tent. I'll tell you what, you guys, with all this crazy crap going on in the world with China and all right now, this one company over there that I recommend, it is shipping out pretty quickly, and if you go to their store, they have a lot of different backpacking and camping things that they're real good at. So I don't know what the future is to hold with products coming out of China, and I'd rather buy American, but come on, everything we're buying right now comes out of there. And pretty soon, if we get into some kind of conflict with them and they stop the supply, God forbid it, because we depend on so much that comes from China, it's unbelievable. Even these companies that say made in the USA, that it may be made there, but the products that they make to make it are made overseas. So anyway, that's it, guys. I just wanted to drop another video on the Lanshan 2. I'll probably keep using it. And the other reason why I wanted to set these all up is we're coming up, it's getting to be the end of summer now, so I got a lot of trips planned here over the fall and winter. So it's always wise to get your gear out, set it up, check it out, make sure all the lines are where you want, so you don't have to fuss with that when you're at your campsite. Make sure that each one of the tents, there's no tears in them or anything that when you get out there, it's not ready to use. So I do recommend highly checking out all your gear that you haven't been using all summer long, and for the fall and winter months. So anyway, guys, I have a real good road trip coming up in the van coming up here in 2 weeks. Nancy and I were going to take a nice vacation and hit all these spots all through South Carolina into Georgia and stuff like that. So we'll be doing that, and then I got a trip coming in October up to the Red River Gorge with a bunch of people you're going to know. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a 3-day trip. It's a long drive for me, but I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of these people again and meeting some new ones. So other than that, hey guys, you have a great rest of the summer, and keep watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate that. Slowly my channel grows. That's all right. I'm an old guy. And we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. Lanshan 2 double wall. I think this was the original one that I bought. Please excuse the setup. It's not bad though for putting 3 tents up in this heat. But everything looks real good on this one. I just have to adjust the lines on it a little bit. But this is the original one that I bought, and still in really good shape. Still got a couple more years or maybe more into it. This here is the Pro, the Lanshan 2 Pro. This is your single wall tent. Has a little more room in it. It's because it's single wall. It does, like I say, have some condensation. I would recommend to seam seal this. I did a lot of seam sealing around these. You can see it's shiny here. It still seems to be holding up. And I'll probably be using this one again on my upcoming trips, but we'll see. I'm taller, so I've been liking this more. I don't like the condensation, but when that happens, you know, rarely so. Anyway, that's the Pro. This here is another. Tied it off to my thing here. This is the other Lanshan 2 regular double wall. And if you notice in my videos, I use a lot of these clothespins here instead of the toggles that keep falling out, and that holds the doors up nice. But the floors are in good shape. The seam sealing seems to be holding up, and it's looking good. 3 tents. That's all my trekking pole tents. I had to come up with, 3 pairs of trekking poles to do this, but they're good tents, so I highly recommend it.